Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course we're playing Remnant Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'll be your game master for the night, Jason. And with me as usual is Duba playing Doc, Rappy playing Keltzer, Eric playing the Captain, and Sarah playing Io. Our Jedi's a little under the weather, but we'll carry on. Alright, so last time you had tracked down the captain and ship that had orchestrated the kidnapping of Keltzer's young cousin Zay. Had rather forcefully interrogated his first mate. Left him, was he double kneecapped in the... No, he shot him in the kneecap and the foot. And left him tied up in an alleyway. But alive. And then I want to say it was Keltzer, Ozen, and Io that had gone out on that little expedition. And Keltzer and Ozen had driven off at this point, right? Io had gone back into the bar, said something to the bartender. Or no, she'd been in there during the interrogation.
Yeah, and then they left. She walked outside, saw that they left the guy in the alley, and was going to go back in and tell the bartender, hey, there's some guy in the alley over there. And then he was coming down with the captain.
Right. Yeah, as you walked in, they were coming down the stairs. The captain with a fairly angry stomp. The bartender, kind of talking to him and throwing his hands up and seeming kind of worried. And from the sounds of steps, there's at least a couple more people behind the captain. The captain was just stepping into view as you step back in there. And I believe that's where we left off. And Doc and the captain, I believe, are still back on the ship.
Nobody asked the captain where he was going to be, so I just let everybody else role play.
So I guess we'll go ahead and start off in the bar. I thought about starting off in the speeder and see what those guys are doing, but
Plans foiled.
So okay, Io, you step through the door. You look over and spot the captain about the time he spots you.
Well, buy my head on out. Just U-turn.
As you do that, you hear the bartender, "That's her! That's her!"
She literally just sat at the bar! Okay. As soon as she hits the door, bolts.
As the door swishes shut behind you, you hear the people that, they were coming down the stairs relatively quickly anyway, but you hear some speeding up as they're clearly running at this point.
And she will try to find somewhere to possibly hide.
Okay.
Dumpster, haystack.
Give me a hide sneak roll.
Not bad. 15.
All right, versus their perception. I'm just going to roll once for both of the security guys that are with him. So you go running out of the bar. The only like immediately viable hiding spot you can find is literally just to run around the corner of the building. Just break line of sight as quickly as possible.
Is there anything down that alley, like corner? Or is it like the cleanest alley in a bad part of town ever?
There's a dumpster against the wall on one side, not the side up against the bar, but the other side. Both the bar and the neighboring building both have doors that open up into this alleyway.
Is that door close to the neighboring door close to the dumpster?
Even or odd?
Oh, odd.
Roll a 5. So yeah, I'm assuming you want it to be, so since you got the roll.
Yep. Quick glance at an electric lock.
Yeah, it's Star Wars. Even in bad parts of town, most locks are probably gonna be electric.
For the second, she probably won't have enough time to like bust through a door, hack it. So she's gonna crouch down by there for a second.
Okay. You hear the captain, because I believe you've heard his voice before.
Yep, he was at the bar the previous night.
Right. Well, the sort of bar
restaurant.
The fancier bar restaurant, yeah.
He was at the Cheddar's O'Charlie combo.
Let's see. Though I think it was only Keltzer that interacted with him though. So.
But it was out like in the main area, not like in the room.
Yes. But you'd have heard him then, so you recognize his voice. He's yelling at the security guys, to find her. She couldn't have gotten far.
While this is going on, she is at least pulling out the security kit to try and slap it on the door if she needs to.
Okay. You do hear somebody walking into the alleyway.
Is this dumpster up off the ground at all?
Maybe an inch.
She's small. She ain't that small. Oh, okay. She'll try and hack the door.
Okay.
I say try as if there's a doubt. $31.
Oh yeah, the door lock beeps and clicks.
She'll bolt in, close
it. The door!
Bolt in, close it, lock it.
Alright. Give me a dex roll. This is kind of a speed thing.
That should be fine.
Alright, the captain got a 12. And the security guy that's with him got a 10. You don't know where the other security guy has gotten to. Let's see. So with the 7, you get up and you get the door open, and by that point, they're pretty much on you.
Time to do what she does best.
Who's she wrestling?
You pick an even or odd. Even, captain, odd, the other guy.
I rolled a 2.
So the captain. I really need to throw more stuff in that. I've got 12 points to spend.
Alright, that is brawling. captain is not great at brawling. He got a 6. So y'all go down in a heap into the garbage on the ground.
I'm gonna have to put points in this now just because it keeps working. Okay.
The captain starts yelling at his security, "Get her off of me!"
Like tries to cold cock him and like dive into the door.
All right. Well, the security guard's gonna try to pull you off of him.
Okay.
He gets an action too. So this will be brawling.
She'll do. Can I do a parry at like 1 dice less?
Brawling parry. Oh, sure.
Okay. Well, I'll just roll 2d.
He got a 9.
Yeah, that wasn't meant to be.
Nope. So he hauls you up off the captain, kind of under your arms and up, locked behind your head.
Feet probably dangling.
Yeah, he's got a leaning back to make sure you're pulled up off the ground.
She's 5'4". It's not that hard.
The captain gets up, looks at you, starts checking his coat. You've ruined it.
It's really cheaply made. If getting punched by me, like ruins it.
No, they're holding around in the.
Get it washed.
He puts his gun to your forehead. Oh, give me one reason I should just pull the trigger now.
You'll piss off at least 2-3 people.
You can feel the guard behind you nodding. His chin bumps you on the top of the head as he nods his head. Yeah. I'm right behind her head, sir. Don't fire.
Oh, and him probably too. I don't think he'd appreciate it.
Where's my first mate?
I was about to tell the guy at the bar he was over in the alley.
You're gonna take me there.
I'd love to if you can have your, hired muscle here put me down. Or I can just kind of point, I guess.
He holsters his gun and starts giving you a very professional pat down. What all equipment did you have on you?
That's a tricky question. All of her dim sims are being used, so she doesn't have any of those. Her holdout blaster.
Okay.
And the security kit.
Okay.
Which is actually not on her at present.
Yeah, she probably dropped it in the wrestle.
That's quite possible. But yeah, he pats you down. He takes the gun. He pockets it.
I mean, probably a couple credits and various pocket stuff, but nothing.
Yeah. He doesn't really bother with any of the insignificant stuff.
Yeah.
Just that, if you have a knife, he would take that. If you have any kind of weapon, he takes.
Just the blaster.
If he had found the dim sims, he'd have probably pocketed those.
Oh yeah, those things are worth some money.
And then he reaches over and he shuts the door you just opened.
At this point, she's just hanging a dead weight just to kind of piss off the guard.
All right, put her on her feet, but don't let it go over. So now you're standing there. He's got a firm grip on one arm. The captain's kind of got his gun more or less pressed into your back. All right, take us to my first mate.
I mean, if you would have just yelled really loud for me, we probably would have found him. But she just kind of walks that way.
Okay. As y'all come out and start crossing the street, the other security guy who had basically gone the opposite way down the street, sees y'all and comes back. You march him across the street, down that alleyway. His first mate's laying there.
She did tell the first mate she was going to get someone and she would be back, though, so I don't know if that endears her to the first mate at all.
As soon as they see him, the captain, get him untied. The security guy not holding you walks over and undoes the. I think they left him gagged, didn't they?
Yes.
Undoes the gag.
Gagged and tied.
Starts cutting him loose. He starts telling the captain, what they did. I forget exactly what all y'all made him tell you.
Where they dropped off, say,
But you're right here.
Some of that information he didn't quite know, if I remember right.
Yeah, he didn't know the name of the station. He got shot again for not knowing the name of the station.
Yeah. Well, it was a ship that they had set up as a sort of mobile medical station. I think he told you what star system it was in.
Just didn't know the location because they always change locations.
Right. But he gave you the last place he saw. The last place they went to, I think. He doesn't know exactly what they're needing these people for, but it's always young people. Nobody that's completely mature. Whatever that means for their species. And he knows it's some sort of experimentation or test subjects or something like that, but he doesn't know for what purpose. But he tells the captain. He tells the captain what it was that he ended up telling y'all. The captain doesn't look happy about it, but he doesn't shoot the guy in the alleyway or anything. He pulls out his comm, orders someone to bring the speeder around. And then you all wait in the
You guys had to know there was trouble when you went and killed off 3 Mandos and kidnapped a 4th.
The captain looks at you. 3 Mandos? I didn't kill any Mandos. I don't know what y'all about. It's not the kind of trouble I need.
Well, how'd you come across the kid then? Did you pick her up from someone else?
He just gives you a look like.
Hey, you can either let me go or I can continue to be annoying. So it's your choice.
The captain walks over to the discarded gag.
Ah, yeah. How about I just shut up then?
That would probably be best. Don't worry though. Once we get back to the ship, you'll have a chance to talk.
Delightful.
I'm sure my first mate here would love to help you talk.
I think your first mate would at least appreciate that I was going to go back and tell the bartender that he was over here.
About that time, the speeder pulls up. They do take the bindings that were on the guy and kind of bind your hands up and get you in the car.
To be fair, I'm not fond of either of them either. So,
in addition to your gun, he would have taken your comm unit if you had one on you.
She does, but since he doesn't fiddle with her pocket stuff, remember how she had those trackers that look like just pocket change and cred chips?
Mm-hmm.
She also has one on hers, so.
Okay.
Would he take that?
If it's disguised as something just kind of pointless, then no.
It is. Okay.
Your actual comm unit, that he would recognize.
Yeah.
You don't leave a kidnapped victim with their cell phone, so
Yeah. She has her little Apple Air Fob thing that's disguised as a credit chip then.
So you're all loaded up in the car and you start heading back. Truthfully, you recognize the road you're taking because it's kind of how you got here. Because his ship's docked at the same spaceport yours is.
Yep. Probably get there about a little bit after Kelser and Ozen.
But yeah, the speeder pulls up into the bay and just up into the ship. You know, much like y'all would do y'all speeder. He has the security guys carry you to the brig. You know, while he yells for some of the other crew, and they haul the first mate off to the med bay.
Alright. She'll just, I guess, sit there, try to look completely chill and calm, and inwardly be just a constant stream of streaming. If Ozen like telepathically contacted her, she'd be like, "Ah!"
Meanwhile, Keltzer and Ozen have gotten back to the ship. BL is, at his usual guard post to the gangplank as it comes down. You've come back with less than you left with.
Yeah, I'm about to go back and grab her. You know, Kelser thinks she's hopefully safe, you know.
Technically, she's safe.
I told them to go, so
clearly she had a plan.
Clearly she had a plan, yeah, so that's what Kelser thinks.
You feel the captain on what you know has happened to this point.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. Not gonna do that for him. If he's on the ship, that is.
Did you kill him or not?
No.
That was mistake number one. Alright then. And Io is where?
She was in the bar, she told us to go, that she'd see us back at the ship. But I'm gonna go back and grab her.
Then why is her tracker in the other ship?
I don't know. I don't do the tracking now, do I?
But yes, if the captain is observing the trackers, then
He absolutely is, considering what they're up to. Right. BL?
Captain?
Wake up the buzz droids. We have something to plan. All 7 of them.
So let's see. He's down in the base. You wouldn't hear him stopping over. But yeah, okay. BL goes and wakes up the buzz droids.
What time of day is it?
Oh, what time of day did
I think it was evening to like middle to late evening.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So just at this point, a little after sunset. Maybe it was kind of twilighty when they first got to the bar.
Okay. He will... From their bay, does he have a fairly clear view of the other ship? I believe you said it's basically across the port from each other.
The bays are kind of set up in almost a crescent.
Okay.
But there is... but they're like their own little chambers.
Mm-hmm.
So the way the crescent is, from yours, you'd be able to see the doorway kind of into their bay, but you would have a real good view of most of the bay.
Okay.
Because it's not It's not like directly across. It's the opposite side of that crescent.
From his memory of where the guards were when he went over into their bay previously, can he see those guards, or will he not have that angle from where he is in
The
their
two
bay?
guards that stand outside the doorway into the bay, you can see them.
Okay.
Now, keep in mind that this is kind of the main thoroughfare of the bay, so there's people walking all around and droids moving cargo and all that stuff. Speeders coming to and from the ships, that sort of thing.
Yeah. He'll calm R2. R2, could you come over here, please?
You hear a beep in reply, and he, just a little bit later, he rolls into whatever room you're in.
Right. I got a very important job for you.
He straightens up.
I need you to do a little bit of recon for me. Don't go into the port that he'll point out where the tracker is. Don't go into that port dock. Just look inconspicuous, move around with other astromechs out there in the port. Just record what you see inside that dock and then come back.
He whistles and heads to the back ramp.
And he'll let him out.
If it wouldn't be crossing the streams, he'd be whistling the Mission Impossible theme as he headed out.
And from your description before, you mentioned that this place has a lot of astromech traffic. So
yes, all kinds of droids, but yes.
It would absolutely not look in any way conspicuous that there's just another astromech about for a little while.
So yeah, he heads out. 20 or 30 minutes later, he comes back. And he shows you, what he recorded. The recording turns on a little bit before he got there. And, as he just rolls by, his head just kind of rotates where he can see inside. He's like, kind of across the road, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
From the bay. Guards don't seem to pay no special attention. Like I said, like we mentioned, there's droids moving to and fro. It's not too different. Doesn't look too different than it did when you showed up. When you walked up and talked to the guy the day before.
Okay.
The ship's still parked just like it was because it hasn't taken off or moved or anything.
Yeah. So it's still got the two guards outside. It's got the two inside near the gangplank of their ship
itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Unlike when you were there, the gangplank is currently down.
Fun.
And your R2 unit passed by, and then it just kind of dawdled out there for a few minutes before it came back across. When it comes back across, you see some loader droids putting some stuff on the ship.
So it looks like it's probably getting prepped to launch.
It looks like the kind of crates that you would bring on to top off your supplies.
Right.
Likely foodstuffs.
Mm-hmm. Kelser, give me your thermal detonator.
No.
It's either you or BL, one of the two. Or you're going to go do it yourself and be inconspicuous about it this time.
Man, I'll do it myself, but I won't be inconspicuous once I get there.
No, you're not going anywhere near that dock with that detonator. I need people away from it.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to explode it with people on it.
Right.
You hear BL, what's the point of detonating a thermal detonator if there aren't people around?
Because I need people away from that ship, because all those buzz droids you woke up, I'm going to let them have a feast.
You hear excited buzz droid noises behind him.
I know they don't sound like the seagulls from Finding Nemo, but that's just what I'm picturing.
Right then. Go find a target that will lure those guards away. A sufficiently sized detonation should do it, at least a few. And do not get caught or seen anywhere near it.
Do you have one of those
A dim sim will not work
Yeah.
for this. You need to be stealthy, not just veiled.
You know what that means? Full Mando armor, and anybody that sees you, you just scream at him, "Ignore me!"
And then shoot them.
By the way, BL, get a rifle, stand guard outside the ship. If anyone comes running for the ship from their dock, you have my permission to engage your stun field to incapacitate non-lethally, but if lethal force is used against you, then feel free to respond in kind under self-defense protocols.
Understood, sir. He's already got a rifle in his hand because he was already on guard duty.
He's now got 2.
He'll go to the buzz droids, the U7, get in a crate. I'm taking you on a little field trip.
They don't seem overly energetic until you say something got a field trip. And then they rustle force it and find a... You hear them making whatever noises they make until the loader droid pulls over an empty crate and sets it down for them.
Thank you. And he will not have his coat or anything. He'll just look like he'll look a little different. He'll get a makeup kit, smudge out his tattoos, so he looks like one of the dishonored Mirialans. And he will then dress in some kind of ratty clothes, so like he's like the hired help of the ship. And then he will wheel the crate outside and sort of look around, and he will wait for the distraction.
Okay. Where is Doc during all of this?
He would have been with the captain listening to the plan.
Okay.
Oh, also, if R2 picked up like where some like crates are near that dock when he was rolling by, then he would start like wheeling himself that way. Basically, he spotted the loader droids moving things, so he wants to sneak the box into the ship effectively by having the loader droid move the box in for him.
All right. So Doc was listening to the plan, and you see where BL's outside, the captain is outside now. Kelcher, have you left the ship yet?
No, she was actually going to change clothes to look a little more inconspicuous, like her hair.
Are you wearing your armored vest, or are you in just flat street clothes?
The armored vest would be underneath her clothes. She was going to wear like kind of baggier clothes.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so you're heading that way towards the other bay. Now, Captain, are you going to wait until the explosion to start rolling down there, or do you just give Keltzer a head start?
He's giving Keltzer a head start. Basically, what he's doing is he's gonna basically be hired help, sorta, and so he doesn't look conspicuous amongst any other workers.
Mm-hmm.
Sneak the crate in there, and then like sort of just be on his way, and then explosion happens, and then cue appropriate freak out as he runs to try to find cover. So he looks like a part of the crew or whatever.
What is Doc going to be doing while this plan is going off?
That's a good question, because I don't know how to make him look really inconspicuous, because it's other droids that are about having a medical droid walking around might be weird, I guess. I really just need to get like different plating to put on Doc, just to look like different droids.
Somehow Transformer rolls out into an R2 unit.
If only it was that simple.
My headcanon is still like you have an actual character that's like just remote controlling the medical droid from like a ways away. That's still my headcanon for that.
I mean, it would be amusing if that could be played off, then, you know, it wouldn't be hard to just say, oh, I'll just pick a different bot. But that's something that the GM and I would have to, you know, actually think about that for a minute. But anyway, in all honesty, I don't know. I mean, I would have Doc, I guess, go around with other droids. Seem like he was a helper bot, maybe.
Okay. There's lots of people walking around. There's lots of different kind of droids. You know, plenty of ships have their own medical stuff. At least the higher end ships. So, it somebody might note on Doc's presence, but it's not freakishly unusual to see a medical droid. It's alright, so y'all are all headed that way. Kelser's got the head start. BL is guarding the ship and just hoping somebody comes at him. Kelter, you get down there, you walk past them, and kind of around the curve of the crescent. Where are you planning to set off this explosive?
Oh, not around a lot of people. Because we don't really want casualties of innocent. So somewhere close, but it's not a lot of people really there.
Okay. The last landing bay, as you get to the end, kind of to that end of that crescent-shaped facility, is empty.
Okay.
I mean, other than a little bit of equipment in there, but. You're pretty sure there was something parked there when y'all got here, but they may have departed.
I'll set it. Let's see. Kinda to the wall closest.
Okay.
To like where people will walk, but make sure at that time nobody's walking there.
Okay. And you can set it. You can set something of a little timer on it.
Mhm. Well, I think I could set it and then I can detonate it. I think I have the thermal detonator has a detonator that you hold that I can set.
Okay.
I was actually looking at that.
Yeah, that works out just fine. Then. Once you get it set, are you like walking out of the facility, you know, out on the sidewalk, kind of outside, or are you just gonna double back around like you're heading back to your ship?
No, she would kind of walk and then kind of get lost in the crowd once she gets to a crowd.
Okay. So yeah, you go a little bit further, you get into a crowd of people. Captain, you're far enough along that you see her duck into a bay, and you were
Alright.
trying to get your little cargo thing set up close to their bay in hopes that their little droid would grab it.
See, he saw where they were getting their stuff from, like the loader droids. Okay, he'd wait until like they were both like moving, the droids are like all like moving stuff in there, and then he'd like just set it up like inconspicuously on a stack, and then leave.
All right, give me a sneak hide.
Okay. And I can't trust in the Force for this because I dark side point. Actually, that's a question that I have. Are you like permanently like devoid of Force points if you have a dark side point, or is the dark side point just the counter to show like how dark you're going?
Let's look that up right quick. All right, dark side points.
I mean, I could trust in the Force. It ain't gonna be the good Force.
Character uses the Force in an immoral way. He gets a dark side point. He should record the number of dark side points he's accumulated on his character template. Whenever a character gains a dark side point, the game master should roll 1 dice. If the die roll is less than the number of dark side points the character has accumulated, the character immediately goes over to the dark side. He is now consumed by evil.
Okay.
Can't roll lower than a 1 though, so yeah, no point right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Main reason I'm asking is because he would like to trust in the Force because he's doing this to save his friend.
Alright, when a character uses the Force for evil, he loses the Force point he spent permanently and gains a dark side point as well.
Oh no, yeah, that answers the question. Loses the Force point.
Yeah.
Okay. So I cannot use trust in the Force at all until I regain that.
That is what it is looking like here. Because, you know, this thing is built from the standpoint of playing fairly strict good guys.
Yeah.
You know, the first edition was based off the idea of everybody being in the rebellion initially.
Yeah. Alright, so ruling is no Force point?
No, not right now.
Okay. Make sure. It's not bad. 14?
Okay. Nobody seems to call you out on it.
Okay.
You drop the thing off, you turn your little, you know, whatever your repulsor skill or lift or whatever it was you were moving it with.
Yeah, and he'll just walk back with the skiff.
Kilter, how long do you wait before you detonate?
Maybe about 5-ish minutes.
Okay. So, Captain, you've turned around. You've moved a bay or two down when the explosion goes off. People scream and start running around.
He will let go of the skiff, scream, start running around. Look every bit the panicked worker.
If you glance over your shoulder, you see the two security guys at the door. They kind of move off a little ways. The loader droid stop doing anything for a minute. Almost immediately, you hear sirens, and it's basically a police speeder comes up, and of course the area gets flooded with police.
Yep.
Because one of the spaceports, somebody just detonated something, so they're questioning people on the street. They basically ask people to vacate the premises, not the pedestrians. Crews are advised to get on their ships.
Yeah.
Basically, the place kind of goes into lockdown.
Right. In which case, he will go to his ship because he's working on that ship.
Kelton, do you make your way back to the ship, or do you like move off into town?
She would eventually kind of make her way back to the ship.
Okay. At some point during the night, the police will come by and question. Basically, they'll somebody will come by and talk to each ship that's in the dock, as well as a lot of people working there and whatnot. It makes the news. After a few hours, things seem to calm down a little bit. They're pretty sure it was a thermal detonator. It was set off in an empty bay. They have had crews run through and check everything else. Check the rest of the facility for explosives. They haven't found anything. A little bit later, BL would tell you that once everything had calmed back down, the loader droids got back to work, and your crate was moved in with all the rest of them.
Okay, good.
From where he's standing, he can't see. He didn't see it specifically put on the ship, but he saw the loader droids pick it up just like they picked up everything else.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on the other ship, the Distinguished Duros, Io, you sit there on the outside looking like you're in calm contemplation. Your internal voice is getting hoarse from all the screaming, though.
Yeah.
Then the door opens and you see the captain, Captain Purbel. Probably didn't use his name, so I don't get confused with your captain. And he's flanked by two of his bigger, burlier crewmen. Let's have a chat, shall we?
I have nothing else planned, so chat away.
We'll start off with the obvious question. How'd you find me?
Asking questions. It was mostly Mando, I just got roped into stuff.
Who hired you to come after me?
Again, the Mandos.
Why would they have hired you?
Because there's a Mando on the ship that's related.
And you kind of see, you kind of see the light go off. Oh, okay.
Family business. But apparently that means something to people.
Yes, it makes things very messy sometimes. So I assume that means you found my. Undoubtedly, you've encountered my cat's paw that actually did the deed.
Io would remember. Sarah's been working for over a week straight and can't remember.
There was a bunch of hired toughs that y'all fought at the last bar you were at.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, those were all the just local toughs he had hired to do the actual, make the actual attack.
Yeah. And she'll be like, the locals? Yeah.
My first mate tells me it wasn't you that questioned him, it was, couldn't think of it was the Mando, so he'd have argued. Because Kelter showed him in full Mando gear for that, didn't she?
No.
Were you not?
No.
Yeah, we're trying to be stealthy, and we're like,
Okay.
yeah, you're a little obvious in full Mando.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right. She was in the vest again.
Wouldn't have had, because she was out of the area to not be seen by the captain. Because she had bumped into him the night before.
Right. Okay. So anyway, his first mate had told him that, you weren't the one that questioned him. It was two others. He wants to know what ship you're on.
You guys really that bad at, finding information? Honestly, they probably bailed on me and took off by now.
What is the name of the ship? I don't wish this conversation to become violent. But if you keep dragging your feet and beating around the bush...
Bright Lakota.
Okay. Is the ship's designation still that, or had you swapped it back?
It's the Rubicon again.
Yeah, we swapped it back,
Okay.
but technically it is still, it would show up under the Bright Lakota in a place somewhere.
He pulls out a comm unit, calls out to somebody else, presumably on the bridge.
I mean, they could have changed it, but they don't tell me shit.
And he orders somebody to check the registrations of ships on. Well, he tells whoever's on the other end. Gives him a specific name. Contact this guy. Ask him to check the registrations. We're looking for a Bright Lakota. What is your crew going to do since we've already delivered the girl?
Probably go fuck up some guy. If the girl's alive, get her back.
He looks over one of the crew. We're going to need to warn the doctor that he may have company on the way. And about that time, even inside the ship, you hear an explosion.
She'll act appropriately startled, but inwardly she's like, oh god, no. Who's letting them play with explosions again?
The captain and his guys jump up and they, shut the door on their way out. They don't come back for the rest of the evening.
Is there any keypad on the inside of the door that she can fiddle with?
No, it's a brig.
Well, we were on a brig on the Imperial Star Destroyer.
Yeah, but you had a specialized piece of equipment.
Fair. Man, she should have kept that on her. Because Ludo did make it look like something inconspicuous.
I don't think it was disguised. It was just something small and easily hidden.
Yeah. She's gonna have to start keeping that hidden on her. Always keep the handcuff key hidden on you.
Now, throughout the night, you do hear a couple of crew members complaining that, they should have left by now, but everything's locked down. After what happened to the first mate, they're ready to get off this planet. Clearly, there's somebody hostile on this world.
No, that's a great planet.
Meanwhile, back on the Rubicon, like I said, as it gets later into the night, stuff kind of calms down. There's more security around than usual.
Yeah.
What is the next phase of the captain's plan?
Well, does the radar bits of the buzz droids detect them in the ship?
Yeah, you could probably tell that they're on the ship.
Okay. Then, let me pull up their stat block. Need to remember where they're at. There's a lot of these dams. There. There. Ah, there you are. I love how they're counted as repair droids. This amuses me greatly. Ow. Okay.
And they're really the opposite.
Yeah. It's just funny to me. It's like they're literally
To some people, they might be repair.
They're classified as second degree repair droids. They're in the same classification level as astromechs, and this amuses me.
Well, it may just be that of the pre-made categories you had in the game, that was just where they fit the best.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. So if they're in there, then he will send out the command for them to, because I've been watching too much SCP, breach containment and scatter amongst the ship.
Something, fly my pretties.
Alright.
It works because he's green too.
Yeah.
It does. Has anybody ever hit him with water?
I think we've been in the rain, so...
You get a notification a little bit later that they are out of the crate.
Okay.
They're spreading out through the ship. They're kind of asking you what you want them to do once they're dispersed.
The first thing he would like them to do is dismantle/sabotage the circuitry and controlling functions of the engines and thrusters, so the ship can't take off.
Alright, they can go hack up the controls, no problem.
Cool. Would you like me to make a roll for that? Because they have cutting blades and plasma cutting torches and drills.
First, give me a sneak hide roll for him.
Sure.
See if they can get through this ship without alerting anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Can droids trust in the Force?
Well, I mean, we
NPC
got
droids,
Doc.
No.
Okay. I was about to say.
Doc can because he's a player.
All right, fair enough.
And it's really not him trusting in the fort; it's the fort using that inanimate object, to accomplish something.
These droids did better than the captain did.
Did they beat a 14?
Yes, they got a 17.
Okay. They don't report back having seen much of anybody. Io, give me a perception check.
15.
And that beats their 14. You hear a little scraping outside, and you look through the little window in your door. Well, if you want to look through the little window in your door, I should say.
Yeah, she would. She's bored enough at this point. She screamed herself mentally out.
And you see a buzz droid slowly walking down the hall. Every now and then it stops, looks around, then it creeps forward again.
Oh, fuck.
And then just about to get out of sight, you see it turn around and gesture with an arm. A couple more buzz droids follow in behind it. Because there's, 7 of these things, right?
There's 7 of them, yeah. I can just mentally imagining Aya's brain space is like, he let the children out.
Who let the droids out?
I mean, if you get their attention, they can calm. They all have embedded comm links.
She's behind a door, so she's gonna let them do their thing.
Okay.
All right.
See how this plays out.
What was it you were wanting them to destroy again? I know you said the engine controls.
He wants them to dismantle the internal engine controls of the ship and the thrusters. He doesn't want there to be like outward damage, like that's easily visible. He wants them to tear apart the insides.
Okay, so they're getting into like the little access ports. And
go for
in
the
there
catalytic
and
converters.
Cutting wires and whatnot.
Yeah, and I can make rolls for that. If you'd like me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Would this be computer programming repair or security? Both are pretty damn high on these things.
Make it security.
Security? Okay. Actually, I think their roll's almost as high as Io's for this.
She's found new friends.
How many D6s?
31. No, 32. Sorry, they have a +1.
They know exactly. They know exactly where to cut to dismantle something. They're inside the wall, so they're not making a whole lot of noise. Because they're probably just using their plasma torches to just snip the wires. So yeah, within 30 minutes or so of you giving the initial order, they tell you they have basically any physical control a person can access has been cut loose from the actual system it's supposed to be controlling.
Okay.
And with that higher roll, they managed to do it without setting off any automated alarms. As far as the ship's computer is concerned, it's just it's in like a maintenance mode.
Okay.
They've got it thinking that it's just being worked on. That's why it's like losing contact with systems.
So everything's on lockdown, so they know they're not going anywhere right now, yeah? The crew. This is a general conjecture of the crew of the ship.
You have been notified that no one's being allowed to leave right now.
Okay.
And that wasn't just this port. They've locked down everywhere while they kind of do their quick investigation. They said in all likelihood it would be the next afternoon or maybe a little bit later.
Okay.
They can't keep traffic locked down forever.
Yeah. So the next thing he's going to tell him to do is he wants one to go find Io. and he wants the others to find the sleeping quarters of the crew.
Okay. Give me a perception roll for him.
Search.
Yes, that'd be fine. Roll one for the one looking for IO, and then just one for all the rest of them, because they're doing the same thing.
The droids are gonna give the crew the snips.
Yeah, they might. Depending on how well this goes. 14 for the one looking for Io. And not bad. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for the crew.
Okay. There's this couple. Alright, so a 14 is a moderate. And what'd you say the other ones got?
14 and 13.
Okay. So yeah, they find the doors that they think open up into like the private quarters. And one of them has found what he believes to be, the brig.
Okay.
It's a couple of doors. He doesn't necessarily know which one Io's in.
Is there the one in the brig, is there a console nearby?
Yeah, there'd be something on the wall.
Okay. They do have magnetic feet, so he's gonna ask it to climb up onto the wall and hack in with security.
Okay.
So you can try to identify which one has IO.
IO, you hear a little chink, tink, tink, tink.
This board's got really big magnetic womp rats.
10, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
All right, it gets up there, and yeah, it brings up the video feed of like the three different cells. Sure enough, there's a Twi'lek sitting in one.
Does it find an alarm if the door opens?
If the door is forced open, sure.
It like if he uses while he's in the system to open the door with the control that he's attached to.
No, an alarm does not specifically go off in that case.
Okay, he'll.
IO, your door opens. Psst.
Ah, yes, a foot, and just kind of pokes her head out.
There's a droid on the wall.
It lifts one magnetic leg and kind of waves at you.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
Is the way off clear?
He just kind of shrugs. Chink, 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 back down the wall.
I like R2 better. All right.
It turns and gives you such a hurt.
I will talk later.
So the others find the sleeping quarters?
Yes.
Okay. They're gonna try to get in.
Okay.
Security?
Yes.
All the buzz droids have little shanks like R2 does.
They all have 6D plus 1 for security. Is it 10, 18, 22?
Okay. The doors open. Let me roll for the crew, see who wakes up and who doesn't.
And he's gonna tell them all to like magnetically like be up on the ceiling and just have the one like open the door and then go up. In case any of them wake up.
Alright. Okay. Alright. 3 of them wake up.
Okay.
Oh, let's see. All right, so Io and her buzz droid are slowly making their way
Downtown.
to the gangplank. You pass by the med bay, and you see the first officer still in a bed in there. You know, he's out like a light though. They got like big back to patches on his leg and foot. Apparently, they don't have a full tank though. Not like the Rubicon. Of all the doors that opened, let's see. The first mate's is. Let me write this down. All right, so the first mate's is empty, so that's one empty one. There's basically 6 rooms for the crew. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say the first mate's is number 6. It is empty. We'll say number 5 is also empty because there's somebody in the cockpit at all times. Well, with the current hostilities going on, there's somebody in the cockpit. And then 3 of them woke up. So you've got one guy sleeping in his bed, oblivious when the door is open.
Okay.
You've got 2 crew members and the captain that seem to have, started awake because they're basically pirates and light sleepers.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna stay latched onto the ceiling.
All right, what is their speed?
5D plus 2.
For disposable droids that you shoot at spaceships, this is weird.
Dexterity 5D plus 2. Got their. I can send you their stat block real quick.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
And where's you found this at?
There we go. There. According to the sources, it's in Star Wars role-playing game Droid Stats.
Sources, Wikipedia. Star Wars role-playing game would be... It's weird because they didn't have buzz droids when this game was actually out. I'm trying to figure out if this was an official book or... Okay, that's one of the D20 books. At least the cover is. Alright, we'll roll with it for today though, because... But it's literally disposable droids that they've got better than most characters.
Yep. Well, from what I can tell, I think they're supposed to be like anti-starship stuff. But if everything goes to plan, it won't matter after today anyway.
Alright.
Since we haven't really ever used them since I got them.
Let's see, where's the captain's stats? Alright, so they go first.
Mm-hmm.
What are you ordering them to do?
Wait for people to come out and basically drop on them from the ceiling with their plasma cutters.
Okay.
Did they detach the when they're fiddling around? Did they detach the comm units too from the ship?
No, they did like the
No?
engines and stuff like you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I didn't know what else they got a hold of with the roll they made.
Yeah, with the commies, they'd probably had to get up into the cockpit, which would have been hard to do with somebody there. Where
Gotcha.
the engine room is basically empty at the moment. Because most of everybody was in bed.
Right.
Alright, so 2 of the crew... actually, them and the captain both just kind of get up to the door, kind of poke their heads out.
Nobody there.
You know, they look at each other. The captain tells one of them to go check the cockpit, make sure everything's okay. And then he gets on his comm and he's talking to the security guys that are outside the ship. You know, asking, you know, anything weird going on out there? So one of the guys steps out of his room. Your last order was for the buzz droids to drop on him.
That's what I told him to do.
All right, so that one drops on him. Make an attack roll.
There is 6 of them there, so I'm not sure how many. We'll say 2 drop on him.
Okay.
Okay. So attack roll. This would be plasma cutting torches, melee.
Yes.
Okay, it'd just be straight dex roll then. For them, they don't have any special skill in that.
Well, no, this is for taking apart ships, so using it in melee combat's not really their ball of wit.
Yeah, but these also might be mooks, so. Uh, 21 for the first one.
Okay.
Yeah, that was not as good. 8 for the second. No, 10 with the +2.
Alright. And melee weapons. We'll treat this like a force pike.
Is it melee like 5 for the?
With melee, it depends on the weapon.
True. Yeah, because it's equipped with 2 plasma cutting torches, which actually have a damage calculation.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt they hit the damage.
2d +2.
That's basically a force pike. It's strength plus 2d, 2 dice.
Okay.
I'm just checking the weaponry.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't have the difficulty. It doesn't have the actual difficulty to use it listed. I don't believe so. Yeah, we'll go with 15 for what you have to hit them.
Okay. So one of them hits.
All right, roll damage. That pirate screams.
Be 11.
All right, versus his strength. You got a 16.
Okay. So he's fine.
Well, he beat it but didn't double it, so he's actually stunned.
Stunned.
So
Yeah.
he said, so he's at minus 1 die. That of course wakes up the other guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's another crew member. The captain screams. And Io, you're hearing some of this going on now, off in the distance.
Yeah.
You hear the captain scream there on the ceiling.
He'll command Buzz Droid 7 to head over that way.
Is that the one that's escorting Io?
Yeah, he figures that because he has a comm link to the droids, if the captain was on the comm when this attack went down, security is about to swarm and he doesn't want a droid near Io. So it looks like she's responsible.
I got you. All right, so the captain crouches down inside his room and starts firing at the ones he can see on the ceiling.
Okay.
He is going to split his attack, or make 2 attacks, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So that is normal for the first one. It is he's using a heavy blaster pistol, and it is point. No, let's see. Is it point blank or is it short range?
Heavy blaster, I think, is point blank up to 3 meters.
Okay, so this would be point blank. So he only needs 5s to hit him.
I think it'd be on Keltzer's sheet, because I know Keltzer has a heavy blaster pistol. I know my scout pistol is 3 to 10 for short range.
3 to 7 is short, so yeah, anything under 3 would be point blank.
Point blank, okay.
Alright, so we got a 19 to hit him. Hit the first one.
Okay, they will dodge. Well, that one will dodge.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19 on its dodge.
Okay. Plus the 5, so he misses that one. And then the next one. He got a 20.
10, 19 on that one's dodge as well.
Okay. So he misses 2 shots. His crewmen are gonna follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
Though they are not doing the multiple attacks that he is. So the one that just got burned is gonna take a shot.
Okay,
He's at -1 dice for being stunned.
sure. Which one's he shooting at?
Whichever one just cut him.
Okay, so then he will be at 4 dice since he attacked this turn.
Alright, he got a 10.
I beat that.
Yep.
16 plus point blank.
Alright.
Like I said, don't worry. After today, these things won't be a problem anymore.
14 for the next one.
Okay. Which one is this one shooting? One of the ones on the ground or one of the ones on the ceiling?
This is another guy that's inside his room shooting out into the ones on the ceiling.
Okay, so I get 5 dice for this one. 12, 21, 20, 23.
Okay. That is. And there's one more.
Mhm.
That's 15.
Ceiling or floor?
Ceiling.
One that's been shot at already?
No.
Okay. 7, 8, 10, 11, 12.
Okay. Plus the 5, so that would be it. Io, you're hearing a bunch of blaster fire.
Yeah, she's looking for a way out that's not like the direct way out. Like if there's a back door or some kind of non-gangplank kind of way to get out.
Wouldn't it be like emergency ladders or something, maybe?
Escape pods.
It just launches an escape pod out.
Well, I mean, that's for space, but I mean, A for creativity for sure.
Just launches it through a wall.
Everyone go, what the hell? As you crawl out the hole it got launched out from.
Oh yeah.
If you look around, you could probably find an airlock or maybe a hatch that would let you get out on the top of the ship.
She
for maintenance
will
purposes.
do that.
Okay. You poke around, you look in kind of the logical spots.
She's
you're
been
not-
on a ship.
Yeah. You're not necessarily familiar with this exact model. Oh wait, or would you be?
She's been on quite a few ships.
Well, I'm just thinking y'all knew what ship y'all were looking for,
Mm-hmm.
so you might have pulled up kind of the basic plans for one of these at some point.
She
For
would
sure.
know like the basics of them, but not like each. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
So yeah,
Welcome
go ahead
back.
and give me a
I'm causing chaos.
Gotcha. More chaos.
knowledge technology.
$12. If they were looking at the schematic specifically for the ship, they would probably have been to mark like the entrances and the exits.
Yeah, that's an easy. It takes you a couple of minutes of poking around before you find it, but I say a couple of minutes, a little bit. But yeah, you find one of the hatches that will let you onto the top of the ship.
She goes up, opens and closes it as quietly as she can.
Well, it's got like a little airlock sort of system, so you can't accidentally open it while you're in space and prevent the entire atmosphere.
Well, yeah.
So you climb out on the surface. You hear people talking down below the ship. They're yelling into their comms, telling somebody to open the back. Because they heard the screaming as the captain was talking to them. You hear the gangplank drop, and at least 3 or 4 sets of boots go running at the gangplank.
She'll wait a little bit. Is there any more noise? Like outside that would indicate people are still outside.
No, you shouldn't hear anything.
Okay, she will slide off as like gracefully as she can. Because most of the ships aren't horribly aerodynamic.
No. But if you dropped off the top of the Millennium Falcon, it's a decent little drop.
Yeah, she'd try and climb as much as she could down. And then when she can't, drop the rest of the way.
Give me a dexterity then. A 13?
That's max.
It's not bad.
Except for the 2 snake eyes.
She get anything special for rolling max dice?
Nope.
Do a little flourish when she lands, like.
It would have been cool if she did, though.
Does a roll pop up in like I just did a figure skating thing?
Yeah, somewhere R2 is holding up a little card with a 10 on it, and you just don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
All the bus droids stop what they're doing and hold up a 10.
Mm-hmm. Are they counting down? Oh.
Let's see. Is there a index? Of course not, because it's an 80s RPG book.
Where we're going, we don't need any indexes.
Ha.
I just need falling damage, that's all. Just a little falling damage.
Uh-huh.
Alright, but you got a decent roll, so
I'll say she like sprains her ankle or something if you want.
And it's not like, freakishly far to the ground. So go ahead and give me a strength roll. And we will see.
Best of times, it was the worst of times.
All right, you need to beat a 9.
I got a 3.
Okay.
Just need 6 more.
See, if we were doing this like straight, attack damage, that would be mortally wounded because they tripled your strength roll.
She just lands face down.
No, but you do land badly. You twist your ankle. We will count it as a wound, so you're at -1 dice.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that your movement speed is halved.
For the record, she was trying to slide off the side with like the least amount of people and not off like near the cockpit or anything.
So anyway, you land in kind of a heap. Quick glance around, you don't see any of the security guys. They must have all run into the ship.
She's gonna boogie as much as one at half speed can boogie towards the Rubicon, just keeping very much to the shadows.
You've got a very bad limp. Inside the ship, you start hearing more blaster fire.
Boogie a little faster.
Indeed. Captain BL notifies you that he can see Io now. She has just exited the other bay. She is limping very badly.
If she can see BL, she waves.
He raises the gun holding arm.
No, don't fire!
I thought that's what organics did when you broke a leg.
No, I'm not a horse.
So anyway, the fight inside the ship will continue. A couple of the crew will die.
I would like to point out that once the one going on heading that way, if he spots a security team coming, then the captain via the comm, he will activate all 7 of their self-destruct nodes.
Okay.
So all 7 will just self-destruct right where they're at.
So yeah, he would turn around, he'd spot the security team as they were whipping out the basically the rifles they're carrying.
The buzz droids are like, gentlemen, it was an honor serving.
All of them except 7, who's off on his own, quickly salute each other. Then,
yeah. Does the explosion cause any more damage?
It would certainly cause some interior damage, but self-destruct is designed more just to take the droid itself out.
Yeah.
Now, the guy in the hallway with a couple of them around him when they blow up, he's probably gone.
Yeah, depending on how long the fight would last, they would try to get into the rooms, fight more people.
Mm-hmm.
So, when the self-destruct goes off, there'd be droids self-destructing on everybody.
But, so yeah. They definitely lost some of the crew there.
Okay.
But of course, your window into the ship is basically closed now, so you don't know exactly what happened.
Mm-hmm.
We should go!
We're
Can't.
not going to be able to go until tomorrow afternoon, and probably longer now.
You, Io, you're about halfway to the Rubicon when you start hearing sirens.
Continues to boogie.
BL's just standing there watching you.
She expects honestly nothing less of BL. He didn't send R2 over there, did he? I'm talking to BL.
Are you yelling at him because you're still half the complex away?
No, not yelling at him. Once she got closer, though, she would ask.
No, ma'am. I believe they smuggled some droids onto the buzz droids onto the ship.
Oh, let's hope they can't track those guys. Okay.
Are they not returning with you?
Did you not hear the explosion?
Ah, they're self-destruct. I see.
Should probably clear the registry. If I... Well, I'll worry about that later. Hi, BO. Can you let me in?
Certainly. Well, he was already standing at the bottom of the gangplank, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, he reaches back, opens the door for you.
She's not gonna try and move past BL with a gun. She's like, I don't think he'd shoot me, but I'm not gonna put it past BL. He's had a lot of kill steals recently. He's not in a good mood.
You see police speeders arriving. Actually, let's see if they spotted you walking away. Give me a sneak hide roll.
She's gonna trust in the Force for that, son of a gun. So that'll be... Does it double the pip? So if it is like 3D plus 1, it would be 3D plus 2, or just doubles
I
the
believe
full
it just
dice?
doubles the dice.
Okay. $16. That was a remarkably mediocre roll.
But it beat the 12, so.
I'll take it.
BL shuts the gangplank as you get on. Captain Io is on board.
Well done. Is she injured?
Is this on open comms?
Well, the ship's secure. Besides, you don't have your comm. Remember, he took it.
Talking into like BL's comm.
Oh.
I fell off a ship. I'm fine.
Have Doc take a look at you.
Yeah.
She is limping rather badly, sir.
I'm fine. I just can't parkour.
Just go see Doc, please.
Alright. Goes to go hunt down Doc.
He's in the med bay where he always is.
Doc, we need to get you quarters.
Oh.
You're always in here. It's gotta be boring.
Define boredom.
Repetitive to the point of... Well, I guess repetitive to the point of automation wouldn't affect a droid. I might have broke my ankle. Puts her foot up on the table.
Without hesitation, starts to examine it. It's like, let's take a closer look here.
Yeah, you quickly realize it is not broken, it is badly twisted.
It's bone sticking out, it's backwards. I'm fine.
She needs to prop it up somewhere, stay off of it for a few days. But it's not anything worth wasting any back to her.
Don't worry, Io. You should be fine. please, kick your feet up, relax, and also, let's grab some ice.
Sounds like a plan. How long are we locked down for?
Unclear.
At that point, Captain would go down there. He would have been making his way down to the med bay.
As soon as the captain breaks the door, Captain, how long are we trapped here for?
Well, before the stunt I just pulled, about afternoon tomorrow. With the stunt I just pulled, probably much longer.
Doc says he's gonna have to amputate it.
Negative.
We'll just build you a robot limb. It's fine. Give you a gun or some knives to put in there.
R2
Stop.
would.
Doc stops for a second, eyes kind of dim, then brighten back up, reaches for a scalpel. Sounds.
It was sarcasm, Doc. Sarcasm.
Oh, and here I was having high hopes. I performed a good surgery later. Or previously.
I'll look for some implants of some kind for you to implant on something or someone.
Sounds fantastic.
So yeah, police are swarming that other bay. But within an hour or so, they leave. News reports the next morning, or of course talking about the explosion Keltzer set off. And they talk about reports of another explosion later in the night. But that was apparently an accident on board a ship while repairs were being done.
Why would they cover it up?
He is friends with the mayor.
You think that would make them want to find it more?
Unless, they got paid hush credits to not talk about it.
But anyway, while you're waiting the next day, and you get an official notice that of when the I hate to call it a lockdown. It's not the term I want to use.
Quarantine?
I think it would be a lockdown, though, considering all the nonsense that just happened.
Considering there were explosions.
Yeah.
Would be out on guard duty.
Like grounding, maybe?
That might be it, grounding.
Yeah, they report that all ships being grounded will remain grounded until essentially 8 o'clock that night. So a little longer than they had originally said.
Mm-hmm.
Early that morning, though, BL reports several repair crews seem to have arrived. Over at the Distinguished Duros. And at 4 o'clock, 4 hours before the official release of the grounding ordinance or whatever, the Duros takes off and leaves.
Guess if you're friends with the mayor,
Yep.
they're probably going to be warning the guy.
More than likely. And if it's a mobile ship, they're going to be jumping to a random location.
Probably.
Well, how fun.
Yep.
Well, yeah, he'll. Did you happen to leave that that tracker on the ship by chance?
Can I roll even odd for if I did?
Sure.
Oh. So I don't want to be like, yeah, she totally left it.
All right, I'm gonna roll it in the on roll 20.
Even
So-
she left it odd, she did not.
Okay. Odd.
Damn.
Okay.
She pulls it out of her pocket. There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, you're probably focused on getting out. It's understandable. That caused enough havoc giving you the window.
Later that day, Bill lets you know that he believes the ship may be under observation.
Are any other ships under observation?
Not that he can tell from where he's standing.
Hmm.
But yours is the ship that he can actually readily see.
Okay.
But if y'all don't intentionally get into any more shenanigans, at 8 o'clock, the ban on takeoffs is lifted.
Mm-hmm.
No weird attacks in their ship. Nobody tries to sneak on or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody puts any buzz droids through the maintenance chutes.
And Captain,
Mm-hmm.
you have the coordinates for where the Duros made its last drop off.
Yeah.
With only a 4-hour head start, you might be able to catch them. If you can, you can navigate. If you can chart a better course than they have.
You know what? Yeah. He will actually. R2's probably better at that than me. I have 40. Just delete the buzz droid page.
Rip buzz droids.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll have R2 plot the course.
Okay.
Has one more dice than the captain. Uh, 14.
Alright, that is a 14 versus the other guys.
It's a bit of an underwhelming roll, honestly.
R2 is busy playing with the knife.
Ooh, excuse me.
Alright. So you have set your course.
Mm-hmm.
You take off. Now these coordinates you were given.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it come at? They are technically outside of the corporate sector.
Okay.
Not real long, not real far. They are technically in Imperial control or Remnant controlled space.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, an empty system. It doesn't even have a name. It just has It just has a identifying number.
Yeah.
It wasn't particularly rich in any sort of resource. There wasn't any odd life forms detected. No habitable planets.
Gotcha.
Probably some Minox amongst the asteroids, but those things are just everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
But several days later, you arrive at the coordinates,
Mm-hmm.
the outskirts of the system.
Anything there?
Let's see. What would you need to roll to scan a system? Not gunnery or pilot. surprised they don't have something.
Uh,
I guess a search.
okay. Is there a special one for the Rubicon for search? No, there's not. Okay. Alrighty, so I will roll. Was anyone better at searching than me? I had 3 dice.
3d2 plus 2.
Yeah, I got a 3d2 plus 2.
Doc?
Double checking. What am I doing? Searching.
Mm-hmm.
Both of y'all have a better search than I do, so.
I can do it. I've got a 40 plus 1.
We have a winner!
Go, Duck, go.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Let's see if my special eyes can find anything.
Doc is better with numbers and droid speak.
Yeah.
14. So.
All right. So that was not particularly high. I can find my difficulty chart. And I believe you needed. Yeah, you needed a 20.
Oh. If we needed a 20 and y'all had 3D, then y'all would have been shy, regardless if you roll max.
Oh,
Well, I mean, there was trust in the Force and all that.
Ozen's got 6 dice in search.
Can we let Ozen do it? Since Ozen would be on the ship.
Yeah, that seems fair.
I forgot to check that.
Ozen rolled a 19.
Damn.
Could Ozen have trusted in the Force, knowing that we're searching for the doctor who's performing experiments on children?
That does kind of sound like something Ozen would do.
And after helping beat up a guy, she might have some guilt.
Yeah, probably.
Alright.
Just a smidge.
In that case, we'll roll one more time for Ozen and add them together. So that's a 19 and a 14. So 33.
That beats the 20 difficulty.
You know, she's looking over Doc's shoulders as he's doing the thing. It kind of pulls up a map of the system. And then she just suddenly points to one particular spot in the asteroid belt.
Okay.
There. Something there is crying out for help.
Then that's where we're going. And he will plot a course for that direction.
All right. Let me see here. Well, shoot. I don't have a one-player short version where y'all can see where I can show the show the maps. But... All right. As you start getting close to this world or this asteroid, you see TIE fighters.
Oh, goody.
Not a lot of TIE fighters. It's not. It's like a three fighter patrol or something.
Sure, we'll be fine.
Absolutely.
That ship probably isn't here anywhere.
So it looks like they're doing a patrol route.
Yes.
Okay, so there is some form of Imperial presence here then. If they're actively patrolling.
So far, they are the only ships you've seen. So about the time you spot them, they change course slightly to like an intercept course. So clearly they're aware of you as well.
Alright. Well, I guess we're doing this.
I just realized I don't actually have TIE Fighter tokens.
I'll go get in the gun.
BL, getting one of the guns as well, please.
All right. These are baseline starfighters. All right. So, Captain, what is your speed? Or, oh, never mind. I've got y'all's finished orders written down here. I forget because they don't change in this game.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kelter is the top of the order. And these pilots probably have a 3 dice. Alright, so we go Kelter, Ozen, the captain.
Io, and I think Doc.
Yeah. And Io's got a 3 dex.
I believe that's right. Just double checking.
Alright.
Yeah, 3D.
Okay, so the ties would go after her before Doc. Alright, who is manning what weapons? I know the captain is piloting. And the
BL's got one gun. Io's got another gun.
Yeah, I don't know if Kelster hopped in one of the turrets.
Probably would have.
Okay.
Okay, wait.
Well, you got
Who
2
has good
turrets
shields?
Yeah, good point.
Oh yes, because somebody does definitely want to have the shields.
My shields are 2D plus 2.
How about your gunnery?
My gunnery is 2D plus 2.
Same for me. On both.
BL gunnery is 3D.
So, yeah, he's better at pinging one of the guns.
I threw dice early into the gunnery for the ship, so I'll take one of the other one.
I'll say the reason why his is 3D though is because the captain put a chip in. They gave him a 2D.
Guess
to gunnery.
after this I'll put. We didn't really do shields because I think Ozen was the person that did the shields.
Okay, well, I've got Ozen stats, so I can roll for Ozen.
Don't have the Jedi here. It all falls apart.
Yep.
What is Ozen's shield stat?
Couldn't find the character sheets for a second. I know what I did now. Alright, Ozen shields are. Yep, she's just got a 2D.
I've got a 5D because I got greedy and threw dice.
Oh, into shields?
No, into gunnery.
Oh, okay.
So I'll take one of the guns.
Alright, we've got. I believe the Rubicon has 2.
2 turrets and then the.
And the concussion missiles?
Yep, oh god, we spent money.
No, photon torpedoes, excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Proton torpedoes.
I was gonna say,
Wrong,
close, but.
wrong torpedo. And you have got 4 shots.
To Wolf.
Fire control is 2 dice, so you'd add 2 dice to whatever you're rolling.
Mhm.
Where the laser cannons have 3 dice to the control.
Yeah.
All right, so Keltzer, what are you doing? Oh no, sorry, we're going opposite word from that. Doc, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, I suppose I could man shields, but I know me and Kelster have about the same stats when it comes to it. So
Okay.
I just know I'm the slowest when it comes to initiative. Is there anything else I can man, perhaps, or is that really about all that's available?
There's the proton torpedo launcher, the 2 turrets, and the shields.
Yeah. I mean, whether I jumped in the torpedo bay or ran the shields, it'd basically be the same dice pool.
Oh,
So-
I just realized I was about to start this up like a regular combat, and that is not how Starship Combat works.
Yeah, but I say, I'm dead last if it's regular combat, so.
No, I had this all fouled up. All right, Starship Combat Sequence, piloting segment. Pilots, co-pilots, and gunners announce what actions they will take this combat round. So do any other characters on the ship. Then you do the speed segment. We'll go back over this since we hadn't done ship combat in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Speed segment, dice are rolled for each ship to determine whether it closes with its opponents or increases the distance. First fire segment, gunners make skill rolls to determine whether they hit their targets. Pilot rolls to evade enemy fire. Shield operators roll to intercept enemy fire with the shields. When weapons hit targets, damage rolls are made and compared to the hulls and shield rolls. Second and subsequent fire segments, if any gunner is firing more than once, gunnery evasion and shield rolls are made for all the second attacks, then all the thirds, etc. So y'all are starting off at long range from each other.
Okay.
Throw some sheet over there just in case I need it. Like I said, there are 3 ties.
Yeah.
All right. So piloting segment. Captain, what are you doing? Are you trying to get closer to them, trying to maintain the same distance, or trying to get further away from them? As far as that goes.
He'll maintain distance.
Okay. All right, co-pilot, that'd be the person on the shields. I think, or
Did you say you was gonna do those, Jaden, or Jaden? Wow.
Jaden.
My
Cuddling
brain
and
is
vampires.
my
No.
brain shot to left field. At least I was talking to the right person. Keltzer.
True.
Excuse me.
It's her middle name.
I guess I'll do shield.
Oh, I asked because I have the same as you. It's a 2D plus 1.
2D plus 2?
Mine's a 1 plus 1.
Mine's plus 2.
Oh, no, never mind. Crap, I am wrong. It is plus 2. So, we're even.
okay, well just decide who's doing what.
I'll do shield.
Okay. All right. And then, of course, the gunners are going to shoot, I assume.
If they shoot at us first. If they start firing, I fire back.
Okay, that's fair.
So does the 3D go on top of my 2D for shield?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh no! Wait! What are we talking about here? I was thinking about gunning.
On no, the Rubicon.
Okay, on
It
the
said
shield rating,
with 3D.
no. That is like points of armor.
Okay.
If you successfully make the roll with your shields, then if you get hit, you get to add the shield rating to the whole rating. It's kind of like armor, but you got to make a roll for it to actually do anything. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I need. Alright, I'm tagging each of the ships with a colored dot so we can tell them apart. Alright, so everybody that is shooting, tell me which, if you have to open fire, which tie are you shooting at? We've got a red, a blue, and a green.
Whichever one fires at them.
Okay. Alright then. Captain, are you going to take any evasives, or are you just going to worry about keeping your distance?
If they're shot at, then yes, he'll evade.
Okay. Yeah, or it's like dodging a regular combat, so yeah, you can do that. Let's see. Whoever's manning the shield, each time the ship with shields is fired upon, the character operating the shields may announce that he is attempting to protect the ship from the attack. Shield attempt only affects one attack. The operator must decide whether he is attempting to protect this ship before the attacker's skill roll is made. Starship shields is a reaction skill. And it's kind of like dodging. Each time each roll you make is only for one attack, but you can do it multiple times. But you lose one dice off each attempt, or each additional attempt. The difficulty number of each shield attempt depends on the range between the ships firing. So the difficulty number is 10 at long range, 15 at medium, and 20 at short. Because, the further away something shoots at you, the more time you have to angle the shields properly. And then weaponry works pretty much like standard. Alright, so we're in this. So now we're moving on to the speed section, or segment. Dice are rolled for each ship to determine whether it closes with its opponent or increases the distance. This is a speed roll using the speed dice. So TIE fighters have a speed of 5. What does the Rubicon have? You're muted.
Yeah, I was mentally plotting. Rubicon.
Sublight speed of 3D.
Yeah. You really need to get that upgraded.
If we plan on running, yeah.
Okay.
All right, speed roll.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is a.
I mean, you might still beat me, but I have to take a picture of this.
First TIE fighter got a 24.
Yeah, you still beat me then, I think. but
The next one got a 15.
I got an 18 with max 6s.
All right, you beat 2 of them.
That I put a picture of in Tuesday because I went, wait, what?
Are those squid dice?
No, those are actually Warhammer dice.
Oh, okay. The first
Think
one
I
I
had
noticed looked upside down, but I see what it is now.
Yeah, exploding 6s.
All right, so red beat you, so it moves up to medium range.
Mm-hmm.
But blue and green remain at long.
Right.
Okay. Then we are at the firing segment. And this is more or less simultaneous.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to go ahead and roll for red. Does our shield operator want to attempt to protect the ship from this one?
Huh? Yes.
Somebody take it?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your shield operations. This one is at medium range from you, so you need a 15. Not sure that was a good laugh or a bad laugh.
That's a 14 because I only have a 2d plus 2.
Okay.
So the max I will ever get is a 14.
All right.
You had the spirit.
I did, and that's why I laughed because I'm like,
All right, then he's gonna take his shot. His fire control is. Let's see, Starfighter. Fire control is 3D. So that is 10, 15. That's an 18 to hit you. Captain, would you like to evade?
I would, yes.
Alrighty.
It'll be 7 dice. So that's 12, 16, 19, 25, 27.
Okay. Yeah, he needed a 15 to hit you at medium. So that's a 15 plus what you rolled to evade. So he does not make it.
Yeah.
Next up, blue will take a shot at you.
Uh-huh.
He is at long range, so you need a 10 on the shield roller. Will need a 10, but you're 1 dice less because this is the second time you're doing it this round.
I need a 10.
Yes. Minus 1 dice, remember. So I think the highest you can get is 8.
8, and I rolled a 6, so yeah, 8.
Alright.
It's not that I'm trying my dice or even trying.
Okay, well that's 3 dice with 1s. So that is only a 12 to hit, so that misses you irregardless, or without you having to do any kind of dodging.
Okay.
Then the last one shoots. And it gets a 19.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of an order of operations thing. Wouldn't it be a like I dodge, and if I fail to dodge, then we make the shield roll against the attack to block the hit?
Let's see.
It seems like a weird order of operations to rotate the deflectors in that direction and then me dodge.
Well, not really, because the person operating the shields isn't going to know whether you dodged or not. They're just trying to angle the shields properly for where the blast is coming in from.
Okay, so so this is all like everything is doing a simultaneous action as
Yes,
opposed
essentially.
to us having an order of operations. Okay. Because I think we've only done ship combat like once.
Once or twice, and it was up the early ones.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
all right, so that's all three of them. Oh,
Well, we got shot at.
that's right. 10, 14. Okay, so that was an 18 to hit you this time.
Okay.
There's no dice left for the shield, so.
I will dodge. Which gives me 6 dice to play with. 10, 15, 21, 22.
Okay, that certainly. Actually, it would have missed without you even having to dodge, because this one's at long range, so it has to roll a 20 to hit you.
Ah.
Alright. Y'all can take y'all shots now.
Oh.
So who's on the turrets?
I believe it's BL and IO.
Alright. We'll go ahead and let the player go first, so.
We add fire control to the ship gunnery.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'd have a total of 80. Okay.
IO, let me get the big gun.
31 plus 2, so 33.
Okay. So it is a 33. And which one were you shooting at?
Red.
Okay,
Or,
so
yeah, wait, that was the one that was right upon us.
red is the one that has got
Okay.
close to you. It's medium range,
Yep.
so you need a 15.
I think I got that.
He is going to roll to evade. But he's already shot this round. Since he's having to do everything, that makes it multiple action. So it is his piloting minus a dice. Alright, so he got a 15. Plus 15 is 30. And what did you get to hit? You got a 31 to hit. Alright, so you hit.
33, technically, but yeah.
Okay.
12.
Alright. TIE fighters have no shield, so he just rolls his hull. And they have 2 dice for their hull. He got a 4.
That's unfortunate for him.
That is unfortunate for him, because that means you tripled him. Strength times 3. So that TIE fighter blows up spectacularly. Because tripling him means it is destroyed.
Go IO.
Trying to see if I still have my fire token on here. I do's. Alright. All right, so Eric can roll for BL.
See which one's alive. I have too many character sheets. Ah.
Well, you can delete the bus droids.
Oh no, yeah, I'm talking about I had the Rubicon and BL and the captain all up.
Oh.
He'll shoot a blue. Why not?
Okay.
12, 22, 26, 29.
He'll have to evade, but I gotta take one dice off. So let me re-roll that. 3, 4, 5, 6. So he got a 12 to evade. And what did you roll total?
29. So it'd be a 30. I would have needed to meet a 32 to hit.
Yeah, because it's 20 because they're long range.
Yeah, so I do not make it.
Okay.
Shot goes wide.
And who was manning the proton torpedoes?
I don't know.
I don't
if
think no
anyone
one is
was.
actually manning it.
Yeah.
Do we want to fire them? Yeah, I'd say we only got 4 of those guys.
Yeah. Actually, we have 10.
We only got 10 of those guys, but still. Just,
But, yeah.
But
just
only
TIE
4
fighters.
can be loaded at a time, so you'd have to have somebody going in there and reloading it after the 4.
Yeah.
All right, so top of the next round, the speed rolls. Do you want to get closer to them or stay current distance?
He'll try to maintain distance.
Okay. They are trying to close in on you.
Mm-hmm.
Their speed is a 5. So the first one got a 20 on its speed roll. And the other one got a 16.
They both close.
Okay. They come flying through the wreckage of their friend. Or at least acquaintance.
Mm-hmm.
Are we essentially doing the same thing? We're just unloading on each other until one side's gone?
I think so.
Okay.
That's probably what's going to end up happening.
All right.
The captain's going to keep trying to dodge and everything.
Well, in that case, both of them are going to fire on y'all.
Okay.
It is 2 dice of fire control. Alright, he did not roll high enough to hit you at medium range. And then the next one. He got a 17. He can't hit you at medium range.
28 for the dodge.
Alright, so he does not. He could have hit you, but he does not.
Uh-huh.
Alright, return fire.
Want to go first again, Io?
Yep. Give me 1 second.
Aight.
It was freezing up, so I reloaded it.
Yeah.
$27.
Okay. On blue or green?
Blue.
Alright, he is going to try to evade. This is 15 at medium range. He rolled a 9 plus 15, 24. You got a 25. You hit. Roll damage.
13.
Their hull is a 2. He got an 8. You said you got a 13? Oh, I see it now.
Yes, sir.
Alright, so does damage but does not double. So that is considered heavily damaged. Lightly damaged is the Starship version of stun, basically. Alright. So -1 dice for the controls being somewhat ionized. Oh no, that was if it was ion cannons, I'm sorry. Let's see, is there a chart I roll on for heavily damaged? No, that's only when you get severely damaged. Alright. He is... And did you say which one that was?
I think it said blue.
Okay.
Sacre bleu.
We'll put a little wrench on him to show that he's in need of repair. Alright, BL?
BL will also shoot. 6, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 26.
1, 2, 3, 4. So we got a total of 10, 15. You need a 25 to hit him?
26.
Okay. Roll damage.
16.
You got a 7. So that's
I
double,
doubled.
but not triple.
Mhm.
And which one were you shooting at?
Green.
Okay. So he is severely damaged. So we have to roll the ship system damage table. So give me a 1d6 roll.
1.
Ion drive. The ship cannot move in normal space. No speed or maneuver rolls may be made.
Well, that's unfortunate.
It is definitely unfortunate for him.
Yep.
We'll put a little snell on him so I know he can't move. Alright, top of the order is the speed rolls.
He'll maintain.
Okay. So blue got a 13. What did the captain get, or what did the Rubicon get?
A 17.
Alright, so you maintain the distance you're at, except for Green, who falls further back, since he's not moving, the rest of you are still moving.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let Green shoot first. He can still make his attack roll, though he's at long range, so chances aren't good for him.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. 12, 18, 19, 22. He needs a 20 to hit you, so if you make any kind of evasion roll, you're safe.
We're safe.
Right, just remember to take 1 dice off of anything else you do.
Yeah, we'll do.
And then blue only needs a 15 to hit you.
Uh-huh.
And he got a 10, so never mind. Crew, you can fire it. You'll be trying to evade. Got a 10 on his evade. So plus the 15 for range. You need a 25 to hit him.
Got a 25.
Roll your damage. You got a 6.
14.
Alright, so you doubled on him, which is severely damaged. So give me a d6 roll on the severe damage table.
Three.
Hyperdrive. Ship may not enter hyperspace until drives are repaired. TIE fighters don't have hyperdrives anyway.
For a moment, it was like, yes! And then it's like, oh, wait. I can escape. Oh, wait.
I'm gonna slide that one choice up or down. Would you rather move it up or down? You know, so instead of a 3, would you rather that have been a 2 or a 4?
2.
The nav computer goes out. So I'm not sure if it would have one of those if it didn't have a hyperdrive. So I don't know.
It's fine. Its computers are somehow damaged. I'm sure it'll be space dust soon.
Okay. Back up to the speed rolls. I'm sorry they're missing so bad that you can't do anything with the shields.
Ten.
Speed roll 5. Yeah. 17. So blue manages to get right up on you.
Yeah.
And green drops so far back now that he's effectively out of any kind of effective range. So blue is shooting at you.
Okay.
You got an 18 on the roll. You needed a 10, so you need a 28 to hit him.
Back to dice. 8, 7.
Oh wait, no. I was doing the math backwards there.
It's 9, 10.
It's 10 plus what you rolled. That's what he needs to hit.
16, 17, 18, 23.
Yeah, you beat him with your die roll, so. Alright. Return fire. Io.
Did your internet cut out?
Uh-oh.
No, I'm typing.
Oh.
$32.
Yeesh. Well, try to evade for all the good it's going to do. That's 16 plus the 10. Yeah, 10 to hit me short. So yeah, you needed 26 to hit him. So you hit him with a 30. Roll your damage. You got a 2 on the dice.
17.
Alright, he explodes.
I'll be right back. Bye.
Alright, so y'all leave 2 bits of flaming, or 2 clouds of flaming wreckage behind you. Don't ask me how you have fire in space, you just do. And one poor guy that's still perfectly fine. The pilot's still perfectly fine. He's just sort of floating in space.
As long as that oxygen holds out.
Well, yeah, his life support system is fine. It's just the engines. So as long as, some larger ship can come by and pick him up, he'll be fine.
So we're in the section with the coordinates for that place.
Yes, it's you're heading into the asteroid belt. The coordinates that Ozen points out are there's a particularly big asteroid, but it's a fairly clear space right around it. Where everywhere else is a typical Star Wars asteroid field.
Alright, I'm back. So did we find the place?
You have found a large asteroid in the asteroid belt that the space around it is fairly clear.
Okay.
As opposed to your typical Star Wars asteroid field where everything's packed.
Mm-hmm.
That is most of this belt. But you've got a large asteroid with a fairly clear, path to get to it.
Right.
And it's it's oddly shaped and craggy, and truthfully it reminds you of the asteroid that the Star Destroyer y'all escaped from, where it was hidden. A large one with canyons and stuff, large enough to basically hide a ship in.
And TIE fighters don't operate alone like that in an asteroid field.
They don't have hyperdrive, so they have to have a base or a ship or something to be coming from.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine. We didn't have trouble the last time with an asteroid.
As you approach the asteroid, at this range, you're picking up an energy signature.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming through real clearly. It's masked, but of course, if it's on the other side of the asteroid in a crevice, that's going to make it harder for your sensors to pick up.
Yeah.
With luck, that means they won't have picked you up because you would be a much smaller energy signature than any ship that would be packing TIE fighters. Any ship carrying TIE fighters is going to be a lot bigger than you.
Okay. Alrighty, so guess best we can do is hope we aren't picked up. Or mask our drive signature. In some form.
We can always just turn your engines off.
And just maneuver based off thrusters.
Or just drift by. I want to see what's in that crevice. Just get up a good speed and then turn everything off and just drift by. Maybe
Just
they think
fly
your face is
casual.
Yeah, we could do that.
Or you could land on the asteroid and hike across it. What's the worst that could happen?
Something giant and ugly coming out of that thing. But
let's see. He will. Yeah, he'll get up a speed and then flip the engines off.
Okay.
And then coast by to see if.
All right. Everybody, give me perception checks. As you're basically just staring out the window to see what you can see.
I don't see shit.
You're staring out the windows on the wrong side.
I got 12.
Got a 17.
Okay.
12.
All right. So, two of you can spot it down there. It looks like a... Oh, what were those things called? It's like one of the first generation, like when it was still the Republic, and they were cranking out basically Star Destroyers.
Hmm.
I don't remember if they actually called them Star Destroyers at that point, or...
There were Star Cruisers? I want to say. They're capital ships. Meaning if we could maybe steal us a capital ship.
So, yeah.
No.
What? Why not?
Was it the Venator? No, Venators are too big. Yeah, definitely not a Star Destroyer size. Hang on.
Yeah.
What was the Resolute? It looks like an old Republic cruiser. That's what I'm looking for. It's been too long since I watched those movies.
Probably
so,
not.
it's a decent sized ship, but not actually Star Destroyer size.
Mm-hmm.
And also, got some age on it.
Yeah.
But nothing seems to happen as you're drifting by.
Okay.
And eventually you're out of sight of where it's much like that other one. There's a big canyon, and it's just sort of hovering kind of down in amongst the canyon walls. You know that where it's positioned, communication would be a little iffy. For much the same reason that it makes it hard to detect. Ozen has a strong impression that there's somebody there that needs help.
Mm-hmm. Trying to find this damn ship now.
Well, what do y'all want to do now?
I mean, the Venator was the ship that they made a lot of.
Io got kidnapped and jumped off a ship. She's not making any decisions.
Well, her ankle feels almost normal again.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a few days.
Yeah, she's probably fine.
Yeah.
I mean, if Tom Cruise can run on a broken ankle to finish a scene, she can handle a slightly sprained ankle.
Hmm.
All right. So what does the crew do with this information?
I would throw that we wait for Ozen next week.
Yeah, we only have like 10 minutes.
All right,
Agreed.
you want to go ahead and wrap here?
Yeah, it's a good place to
Yeah.
wrap too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Y'all might have enough time to break in and get jumped or something.
Let's see. So me looking through the ships of the Grand Republic Navy. There's the frigates. Because you said it's not a Venator battleship.
Yeah, it's not the big. It's not the one that's actually almost Star Destroyer size. It was like the.
Yeah. Let's see. There's the 3 frigates. There's the Acclamator class assault ship, the Consular class light frigate, and the Arquitens class Corellian light cruiser.
I'm thinking cruiser.
The only non-Republic design ever to fight in the Republic Navy. This was the biggest cruiser used by the Corellian Navy up to and during the Clone Wars. Republic adopted it because it filled the role of a fast yet armored escort cruiser better than the Acclamator. It was cheaper to buy these cruisers than it was to design and produce their own ships to fill the role, so they bought several hundred of them near the beginning of the Clone Wars, plus they fit right in with the classic Republic arrowhead design.
Okay, that's probably what we've got then.
Have 4 medium dual lasers and 4 medium quad lasers.
Yeah, like I said, it's a decent sized ship. Yeah,
I
room for
want
docking TIE fighters.
It's a capital ship. I want it now.
So anyway, we'll end here with your characters mulling over how to get aboard this ship, or if they want to get aboard this ship. Hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed running as always.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly,
I don't have to bring out the backup character.
What was the backup character? Just out of curiosity.
I sent it to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not like the full stats or anything, but yeah.
No. Just the idea.
Yeah. All right then. Well, I hope anybody that came by and watched enjoyed it, or anybody that comes by and watches the video later. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, you don't know what's going on the rest. So you have to do the bit.
Uh-huh.
If you're looking for more games, there's probably more games most days around this time, the same time slot, except the one day when it's at a different time slot. That's what I have Jeremy for, and he was out today.
Here, wait. I recently redid the pictures. Tomorrow is Felcol Nights, and then Thursday is Knight's Ransom. I'm not sure if Stolen Cities is still around, because I know they were close to wrapping up. And Wild Beyond the Witchlight Monday, and us Tuesday. Hey.
That sounds pretty reasonable.
I don't know everyone's name, and I'm deeply sorry. I am not social. I am a hermit.
But yeah, that sounds like you got everything.
Deca, please come back.
We'll tell Deca what a good job you did anyway.
I get some kind of inspiration or force point for that.
Or maybe he'll clip that section. So,
There we go. We gave him something to clip.
So anyway, hopefully you come back and see us next week. Until then, I guess, happy gaming or whatever.
Happy gaming or whatever.
Good night, folks.